there, aren't you? But hi, aren't we? Much better. Hi guys, welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. It's your girl Zaya Z. Zaya writes. And today, guys, as you can probably tell by the title of the video, we are going to be talking about all the books that I read in the year 2024. Okay, now let's get started. So, in 2024, I read 48 books. And you know what? I'm very proud of myself, even though, again, for a second year in a row, I did not meet the Goodreads challenge, reading challenge that I set for myself. In 2023, I had set 80 books for myself, and then I read, I think, about 57, 58, somewhere there. And then last year, I set for myself 100 books as a reading challenge, and I only read 48. Clearly, there's a problem somewhere, right? But still, man, it's, you know, it's fun to do the reading challenge. I don't necessarily do it to just always smash it out of the park, because these goals, we make them at the very beginning of the year, and right? You can plan things, but you really never know if it's gonna happen or not. So yeah, I try not to beat myself too much about it. It's, you know what, it is what it is. Sometimes I'm able to read 10 books in a month. Other times I can only read one, and there's times where I can barely read anything at all. So it's just one of those things. All right, so let's get into the actual books themselves. The first book I read in 2024 is The Right Sign by Nia Authors. Now, this book, I loved it so much. I gave it 4 stars, and it is a part of the universe, the billionaire universe that Nia Authors is writing. I think she writes billionaire romances only, hey? Because those are the only types of books that I've read by her. It features a deaf female main character, and it was such a unique experience having to, you know, navigate the world. And she's a model, she's black, she's thicker than a bowl of mac and cheese, cold mac and cheese, baby. And you know, it was a very unique experience to explore and, you know, go through the world, see the world from her eyes, I really liked it a lot. There are parts of it that I did not like, such as the third act breakup. There's absolutely no need for it, or should I say it wasn't executed in a satisfactory way or manner. I'm not a huge fan of third act breakups personally, and so sometimes, not even sometimes, most of the times when I come across third act breakups in books, I always just wish for the main character to stay broken up. Like, why is there never a book where, right, on a third act breakup and they stay broken up? Grand gestures to try and win your person back because y'all miscommunicated. I don't like that at all. So I had to knock it down a star, because baby, no. All right. And then the second book that I read in 2024 is One More Shot by Anise Stay. I gave this one 3 stars. It was a beautiful book, and it is book 3. It is book 3 in the series. I read 1 Week in Paradise. I read, what's book 2, Gombe? And I actually liked book 2 more than the other ones in the series. So One More Shot features 2 main characters who give their relationship one more shot. And you know, it's basically like a if things don't work out lana, then you know, I just got an idea, but I don't know how feasible it's going to be. I just had an idea to read to you some of my Goodreads reviews for these books that I'm talking about. Right? What do you mean battery saver on? Did I not charge you? This thing, guys. This thing is cracking me up. What do you mean I must sign in? I'm already signed in. Oh, I don't know my password. Oh my god. So what does that mean? Okay, we're in. We are in. One More Shot by Anise Stay. The third book in the Flights and Feelings series by Anise Stay has us following the lives of the brother of the main girl in book 1 and the girl he wants but cannot have. Dane and Elliot meet one day at a party, and when they take things to her place, they both experience such an embarrassing moment that when they meet again 2 years later, she runs away from him, literally. And she does a bad job of it, because though she tries really hard to keep her exterior while she offers her photography skills to his sister's destination wedding, her insides are screaming at her to just let him in and see where it goes. I enjoyed this in the first half, especially the moments between Elliot and Dane as they were trying to navigate this new relationship after they left things hanging the first time they met. I enjoyed seeing her move from being her family's pushover to being her own person with clear-cut boundaries. I enjoyed seeing them realize that no man. Okay, so my phone did it again, guys. Sorry, my phone did me dirty again. It stopped recording after the 10-minute mark. I don't know how to get rid of that. Like, anyways, and let me know when you stop recording. So ikate, where I was saying, oh, okay. I enjoyed seeing them realize that no man, siyathandana njena, even though they vowed never to get there. I loved how much attention Dane paid to Elliot. Even to the parts she was sure nobody would ever see or take note of. I also loved how the other characters got adequate screen time. They were there and active, but they didn't overshadow the main couple. That's not an easy thing to do, especially when working with this many characters all in one place. The build up to their actual love scene was so immaculate that I felt actual anger when I got to the part because the scene fell flat. Not sure if it was the writing or him calling her by a pet name that didn't land. I low-key felt like Dane could have tried many other pet names or terms of endearment until they found one that actually sticks or makes a reference to the first encounter or something, anything. But that's neither here nor there. Different authors write their love scenes differently. Overall, this was a solid read. Looking forward to the next book Anise releases. Obviously, I didn't like this book as much as I didn't like book 1 and 3 as much as I liked book 2. Book 2 was immaculate. Anyways, moving on to the next book that I read in 2024. It is Beautiful and Dirty by Katrina Jackson. Now, Katrina Jackson, baby, you will always be famous in this household. This author, guys, is everything and then some for me, because umsebenzi wakhe is so goddamn good. even some of her earlier releases, we catalog yakhe, so goddamn good. I'm just trying to search this thing review because I gave this one 4 stars. But I realized I'm not going to be able to read the reviews of all the books in this list. It's 48 fucking books and there's no time. It's currently 7:14. I have work to get to. When I don't know what reading mood I'm in and my current reads just aren't hitting the spot, I pick up a cat book and she never disappoints, and this one is no exception. Following the stale and draining life Shay and Steve, her college boyfriend, we see firsthand that these two shouldn't be together, at least not at this time. He's uninterested in a lot of things, often weaponizing his incompetence, prompting her to jump in and take control of things so that everything goes smoothly for all parties involved. The straw that breaks the camel's back is when, during what's supposed to be the vacation to Italy, he forgets his passport and as such cannot board their train headed for one of the destinations they both wanted to check out. Shay doesn't jump to fix this problem like how she normally would, like how Steve automatically expects her to. She leaves him behind and explores the city all on her own, and it's the best time she's had in a while. Then she gets hungry, as one does when they're traveling. Then she gets hungry and decides to try out a pizza place nearby, which happens to be Sal's restaurant, and he's not the kind of man you want to mess with because he's actually heading the mob and uses this restaurant as somewhat of a cover-up for all his shady business dealings. Sal is taken with Shay the moment she walks in, and the feeling is mutual. Shay cannot get her eyes off of him, not when he's all the way across the room for her, and definitely not when he's sitting right in front of her. The pull with these two is intense, and yes, they do get down and dirty for what is meant to be a one-time thing, but a twist at the end has me wanting these two to meet again. This twist, I'm not going to reveal it, but it is also exciting. Anyways, I absolutely devoured this and did not get enough. I don't really care much for cheating in books. Try that on me in real life and don't do that. When cheating in books, man, it's not a huge deal breaker for me to read a book as long as it's done correctly, okay? Like how it was done in this one. So the chemistry that these two had really didn't bother me. I will be picking up book 2 in the series and seeing where that one takes me. Okay, this was actually a very short read. It's a novella style type of book. And I should actually pick up the follow-up because I mean, I've always wanted to know what ends up happening because of that twist at the end of book 1. Okay, moving on to another book that I read, His Only Valentine by Katrina Jackson. Same author, different book, different universe, but same goddamn beautiful writing. I gave this one 5 stars, so we have our first 5-star read of the year. This was such a beautiful, beautiful book, guys. I cannot believe there's books like this out there. From the writing to the characters to the storyline, we follow the story of a couple that we meet in Private Eye, which is another book that I read in 2024, and I also gave it 5 stars. Right, so Private Eye is actually the first book, and then His Only Valentine is actually the second book. So I mixed up my list here. Right, so both these books by this author received 5 stars. I don't want to, I've got an entire list to get through, man. I can't read the reviews for every single one. All right, there's no time. I will be making a separate list for all of my 5-star reads because those are the best books of 2024 that I read. So I will be making a separate video of those. Yeah, I should do that. I should definitely do that. Okay, next book that I read is King of Vegas by Cien Vega. I gave this one 3 stars. It's based in Las Vegas, follows the mob, you know, male main character, meets female main character and is instantly taken with her. He basically steals her from someone else. She's in a relationship when they meet. Yeah, basically steals her and actually kidnaps her because he keeps her locked up in his loft. So it was okay. It was an okay book, but I don't know. Kunala nje kune vai engekho kuyona for some reason. Next book I read is Sweatpants Season by Danielle Allen. I gave this one 5 stars because it is amazing. It is a college-based novella. And it has a podcast feature. Like it features characters that are actively hosting a podcast, and some drama goes down. Ngiyawazi ngama podcast ukuthi abamisi kanjani, especially based on it's based in such a close-knit community. In college, almost everyone knows everyone, because if you don't know them, you know someone who knows them. Or you know someone who's bumped into them. Okay, next book that I read is My Curvy Rival by Lee Cannon. I hope I'm saying the name right. Oh my god. But I'm going to be putting up the covers for these books in these begelinan. I gave this one 3 stars. It's a fitness trope. In a fitness trope. So Guy is a gym rat, gym bro, and Girl is a health and wellness instructor. Not necessarily stringent on the fitness part. She would say, no, she just makes working out fun, not only for herself but for other plus-sized women. And not only plus-sized women, in Doyake it's inclusive of everybody. It's just that the main focus, I'm a client ag. The main focus of a clientele is women of a thicker frame. And they get together first, but then they get together. It was okay. It was okay. Next book that I read is Zara Monet by Chantal Davis. I gave this one 3 stars. It is a stripper trope. Yeah. Nightclub work, slash sex work trope. It was a good book, but you know, it wasn't good enough to get 5 stars for me. Next book I read is This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. I gave this one 5 motherfucking stars. This was amazing. It features a divorced female main character finding love again. Very good book, and uthando lakhe ulithola kumuntu that should be, or that is, an enemy of the families. So umndeni wakhe is in turmoil, and it's because of this person asezothandana naye manje. So yeah, this is book 2 in the Skyland series. Yeah, Kennedy Ryan. I tried to read Before I Let Go, but I just could not get into it, so I left it like that. I DNF'd it for a later date. So by the time Gifundale, This Could Be Us, this one was much easier to get into and then subsequently to finish. And I know there's a 3rd one coming out in 2025. I will read that one. But I think I'm going to have to go back to Before I Let Go before ngize kule start. But yeah, I really liked this one. Next book I read is Prior Affair by Christina C. Jones. I gave this one 3 stars. Prior Affair is a firefighter romance novella. It is a novella. Yeah, the main characters, they meet, or the female main character's home burns down, and so the male main character, who is a firefighter, helps her through that difficult time in her life. And it is during him helping her it's during that period that they look at each other a bit differently, like yazi kona uyabukeka umuhle ndiyakufuna, and then nomunye athi nami ndiyakufuna, and then bayafunana, guys, and then the rest is history. Next book, Maybe Next Time by Christina C. Jones. Same author, different book, different universe. I gave this one 5 stars. It was amazing. Amazing. I need a physical copy of this book as well. This was a novella as well, and it features it's basically a second chance romance. Our main character is already married, but they go through something very traumatic, and so it puts a strain on their relationship. So this is them fighting, or this is the husband fighting to get his wife back, because they'd even separated. Their wife and they were serving on divorce papers. And he fights, guys. He fights to win his woman back, and he does. And I was so giddy by the end. Okay. Next, the next book, book 23 that I read, 24 actually. Love Me Naked by authoress Masterpiece. This is a novella as well. I read this during the Novella November reading challenge. I gave this one 3 stars. It was a good book. And then there is Man of the Year by Connie Easton. I hope I'm saying all your names correctly, guys. Man of the Year also got 3 stars. I love the cover, the grill on the and it reminds me of that song by Schoolboy Q. Anyways, and then we have Super Gremlin by Mercy B. I gave this one 3 stars as well. And then we have Maybe This Time by Christina C. Jones. This one was 5 motherfucking stars because it's book 2 in that Maybe Next Time. So this is book 2. So the characters that are in book 1 are also in book 2, but the love story in book 2 focuses on a different couple. Now here, this is Longtime Best Friends to Lovers, and it is juicy as fuck. Juicy as fuck. Absolutely amazing. I gave it 5 stars, 10 out of 10. I need a physical copy of this one as well. Next book I read is I Think I Might Want You by Christina C. Jones. I gave this one 3 stars. And then I read Red Ink by Angela Makholwa. This was a perfect 5 stars. 10, 10, 10s across the board. And what I love about this is that it is a local author, and this particular book has been adapted into a series on Showmax. I read this one because I kept on seeing adverts for the show, and I must say the casting was impeccable. Impeccable. It is a serial killer, not romance, it's a serial killer. What is this book? Genre ya khona ithini? But basically what happens is a serial killer is arrested and sentenced to life in prison, and in the years that he's been arrested, he's never said a word to anybody. He's never said anything about the crimes that he's committed. And it's only like after a long while that he reaches out to a journalist, and he says to her, I want you to help me write a book about my story, about my life, about myself. And you know what? From the very first moment these two meet, all bets are off. This guy is crazy, but who's even crazier? His brother. his brother, his motherfucking brother. Now, I'm gonna do an in-depth review of this book because I want to compare it with the adaptation that was done. So this is a thriller crime. Yeah, it features when Lucy Kambule receives an unexpected call from a convicted serial killer nicknamed the Butcher by the media, her life takes a dramatic turn. The Butcher wants Lucy to tell his story. Intrigued by his approach, Lucy decides to take this opportunity to fulfill her dream of writing a book. This was first published in July 18, 2013. Doesn't matter, it was a long time ago that this book was published, but it is still hot stuff even today. Perfect 5 stars, Angela. But you know, it's all of Angela's books. Okay, no, not all. Critical but stable. It was critical. And then Black Widow Society gave that one 5 stars as well. The next book I read is Love, Marry, Kill by Zukiswa Wana. Gave this one 5 stars. Again, a local author, and I loved it so much. I loved it so much. It is okay, right. Next book that I read is Cuffing Season by Danielle Allen. I gave this one 5 stars as well. It's a follow-up to Sweatpants Season, which is following a different couple, but same universe, same characters, different storyline. I gave this one 5 stars as well. And then book number 9, again with Katrina Jackson, baby, Grand Theft NYE. Oh my motherfucking god, I enjoyed this so much. It amazing. 10 out of 10. I actually need to own a physical copy of this book. I actually need to own a physical copy of this book. I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna update you guys about it. Okay, next book is Spread Joy by Danielle Allen. I gave this one 4 stars. It's a holiday romance, a holiday novella, and it's good. It's okay. It's a solid read. It's good. Next book. Okay, the next 3 books. Was there that much distance between these books in the series? Okay, Set, Ya, and Shu by Alexandria House. All of these books got 5 stars. This is a series that follows 3 brothers from the time, okay, there's flashbacks from the time of their schooling life all the way to their adult life. And you know what, these brothers are like they are the wild cards, okay? Nobody wants to mess with them because you're gonna get fucked up. Do not mess with these boys because you're gonna get fucked up. And so, you know, it's nice to see them find love and care and warmth, even though literally everybody in the community has branded them as troubled children from very young ages, right? Perfect set of books. My favorite of all 3 is most definitely the first one, Set. I enjoyed that one a lot more. I think because both characters are older. There's no older, younger. There is an age gap between them, but they are older. They're over the 30-year mark. Badlulile 30 years labantu badala. So bona impela kufanele kukhulunywe indaba zomathandana ngale ndlela bathandana ngakhona. Okay, right. Next is The Single Life with Zola Patterson by Danielle Allen. I gave this 3 stars. It's basically a series of short stories that Zola Patterson. I'm messing things up. Zola Patterson is a public figure of sorts. She is a blogger, she is a vlogger, she is a content creator full-time. and she lives the single life and she talks about it. That becomes her content. The focus of all her content is living the single life. So she has a pretty healthy roster of men that she dates because she's single, and they know what they're getting themselves into. But there is that one person that shows up and udibiza yonke lento uzola kade eseyakhile. I liked it, but I didn't like the fact ukuthi author uyihlukanisile into part 1 and part 2, because I read part 1 in 2020, beginning of 2024, and part 2 ngaze ngakwazi ukuthi ngiwuthole towards the end of the year, and mese sengufunda now part 2 mude sesiside kakhulu isikhathi in between the reads, and I'm not prepared to reread part 1 so that I can get into part 2 in this. Bekumele nje ayiyeke ihlangane. I don't know why uhlukaniselani ntiniya ncwadi utshela uba ukuthi wenze lokho. Ayisuka angidini mina. Okay, next book I read is I Could Fall in Love by Kimberly Brown. This one got 4 stars. Now, Kimberly Brown is another author. I go to her catalog and check, is there nothing I can pick up to pass the time? And usually, umsebenzi wakhe is very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah, I Could Fall in Love now. I gave it 4 stars. Next book that I read, to Kimberly Brown, Rhythms Blues. It was good. It features music industry, the rap producer, / record owner, just the music industry in general. And then, oh my God, this one, Lotus Flower Bomb by Kenya Koridal. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. This book was amazing. I gave it 5 stars. I need a physical copy of this one as well. It was amazing, guys. Yes, okay. It was hard to get into it because the first 10 to 20% of it, right? But once I got into it, I could not put it down. I literally finished this in like a few hours, really, like within the 24-hour mark of one day. It's really, really good. The next book I read is For His Pleasure by Kimberly Brown. I gave this one 4 stars. It's towards the end, it loses the plot a bit for me. I liked it because it features a male main character who's a virgin, and the way they handle it, the way they handle this situation, yoguti girl is frustrated because she wants to take their relationship to the next level. It's been like 6 months. They've been dating for 6 months, and they've only ever done surface level stuff. Make-out session, few touches here and there. But okay, really wants to take things to the next level. But he hasn't revealed to her, by the way, I would like us to take things slow because of, I'm still a virgin. And you know what? It was a nice twist. Usually it's the female main character that's a virgin, but in this one, it was the male main character. Towards the end, she's tired of my bullshit. Oh my God, I need to finish so that I can go. I have work to get to. And then I read When the Filter Fades by Janine Jellers. I gave this one 3 stars. It follows the lives of 3 South African women who know each other but don't know each other, and they don't like each other, but their lives are so intertwined. Yeah, it's a quintessential, how do I explain it? It's so quintessentially South African, right? the very essence of it. It's a good book. It's a really, really good book. I really liked it. I just did not like the ending. I just did not like the ending. It felt too open-ended. Excuse me, right? Anyways, next book I read is The Race to Be Myself by Caster Semenya. I gave this one 5 stars. This is a memoir by Caster Semenya herself. And you know what? It was an amazing book. Well done, Caster. Well done. I was very young when she first broke out and, you know, broke all the world records and gained all that fame. And because of that fame, there was a lot of scrutiny. There was a lot of speculation about her life, about her body, about her identity, and the amount of abuse, the invasion of privacy, the invasion of her very self, her essence. It was very hard to read through. And you know what, and she was also so young. She was 18 when she first broke out. The things that they did to this woman, and the things that they do to all the women, all the Black women that are in sports, the things that they do to protect all this fragile white supremacy, not supremacy, white, but yeah, it falls under that very same umbrella. Fuck it. White femininity, white fragility, they have to be catered to on an extra level. Just be good. Just be good at what you do. And if you're not good, move out of the way. People that are better than you are going to pass you by, literally. It was a beautiful book, beautifully structured. It starts off ezalwa, ikhuliswa, qala isikole, first getting into sports, all the way getting sponsorships, all the way finishing her studies and obtaining her qualifications, meeting the love of her life, marrying said love of her life, starting a family with the love of her life, going through everything that she went through. They really failed her. They really, really, really did. But she came out stronger, and she is still standing today. Very proud of you, Caster, and very happy for you. Next book that I read is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandria Christo. I gave this one 3 stars. It is a mermaid, sea life, pirate book trope. And it's very good. It reminded me of Pirates of the Caribbean. It reminded me of Siren. So it's like if Siren and Pirates of the Caribbean had a baby, they would have To Kill a Kingdom. It was amazing. It was beautifully written. The action that takes place, the ups and the downs, and the ups and the downs were upping and they were downing as well. Yeah. And then next book I read is King of Greed by Anna Huang. I gave this one 3 stars. The Kings of Sin series, Yinde, there's King of Wrath, King of Ile in a purple, King of Greed, so it's basically all the sins, right? I liked this one. I'll tell you what, Anna's books are so long. By the time you figure go chapter 40, 41, 42, so saying, yeah, so saying catering as a fun luto, zindi ngazalo sisi, very long books. Oh my word. Baby girl, are you okay? You're right. Are you okay? Yo. Anyways, there's a King of Sloth, I think, that recently came out. And then there is King of something that's coming out in 2025. So guys, I'm thinking of making a separate video of these books, because to go in depth right now is not gonna help me. Next book I read is You Again by Kate Goldberg. Kate, my baby, well done. I gave this one 5 stars. It is amazing. It is very, very nice. It is, yeah, it's a culinary, it has a culinary trope. There's chefing, restauranting involved. Yeah, Imland. I could watch this if it were to be made into a movie. I could watch it. It could, like, it's very, very good. The banter between our main couple is out of this world. But till the very end. And then next book I read is Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. I gave this one 5 stars as well, because it is a fanfic. It has a fan fiction trope. So the main characters write fan fiction and are part of fan fiction groups and communities and what's this thing in English? Forums and everything. And so a fan and an actor in a series of movies that have fan fiction written about them. So the main actor and the fan get together and they have a relationship. But because of some lies or omission of truths here and there, their relationship gets strained at some point, because a guy lies about something very, very important and very dear to a girl. And yeah, he has to work extra hard to get her back. Next book I read is The Idea of You by Robin Lee. Gave this one 4 stars. I read this right around the time when the movie came out, and the movie was, oh my god, the movie had so much noise going on, so much clouds. And so I was like, no, okay, let me read this. The book is very good. I actually prefer the book to the movie, but I prefer the ending of the movie than the ending in the book. Yeah, so it is an older woman and a younger man, who the younger man, Hayes Campbell, he is part of a boy band. So basically this book is One Direction fan fiction that got published. Oh, by a peak, would see fan fiction ye One Direction, but yeah, guys, easy show on. So yeah, Hayes Campbell is part of a August Moon, a boy band, very famous, very big, like cool, as big as One Direction. And so yeah, the female main character, her daughter is a huge fan of the boy band, and so they get to meet, we meet and greet of one of their concerts, and from then on they are in each other's lives. So imagine your mom dating your bias. Like, imagine my mom dating Uyungi. Mommy. So you can imagine, things are complicated, very complicated. Right, I'm gonna do an in-depth review of these two as well, because I need to compare Kanji. Yeah. Next book I read is Sweet Surrender by Viano Oniyomo. Viano, baby, I love you. Wena, nyaktanda wena. I love you so much. Sweet Surrender is book 2 in the Sweet Demon series. Book 1 is Sweet Vengeance, and that was amazing. Sweet Surrender, I gave it 4 stars. Basically, and it's a queer romance. It's a queer romance. Oh my god, I loved it so much. But I didn't love it as much as book 1. Book 1 will always be the one for me, right? Book 2, very nice, Nayo. demons get summoned and get handanwa and yeah, the rest is history. Next book I read is Bright Lights by Katrina Jackson. Gave this one 5 stars. Amazing. Emma Spies Gilly. Same thing with His Only Valentine and Private Eye. Emma Spies Gilly. And Grand Theft NYE. 5 stars. I also read Curvy Girl Summer by Danielle Allen. Gave this one 4 stars. And then I read In the Midst of It All by Tabile Shange. This is a local author, so local that I like KZN. Tabile Shange. It is a good book, but it's not for me, is what I'm gonna say. It's not for me. The story is beautiful. The plot line, the characters were so annoying, especially the female main character. She was annoying the fuck out of me. That woman. I gave this one 2 stars, unfortunately, but I'm very proud of our own authors Nabo Benjamin Sebenzi and see it through. Publishing a book is not easy. So the fact that it is a book that exists and it is in stores, and it wasn't for me, unfortunately. So I gave it 2 stars, and that is the lowest rating of the year of 2024. Okay, next book I read is A Justified Love Affair by Kimberly Brown. I gave this one 4 stars. I think you can hear now, it's in the title. There is a love affair, but don't worry, it's justified. And then I read Caution, Curiosity, Clarity by Christina C. Jones. And I gave these books 4 stars, 5 stars, and 5 stars respectively. And then I read Champagne Kisses by Catherine E. Webb. Gave this one 3 stars. It was a good book. It got a bit, how do I say, the female main character. A handful, she was a handful. Thanks. That's all I'm gonna say. Beautiful cover, by the way. I really loved the cover. And then I read Smoke Signals by Danielle Brooks. I gave this one 3 stars. This is another firefighter romance. Very good, very nice. I love the font. The font, I love it so much. And then I read I Accidentally Summoned a Demon Boyfriend by Jessica Cage. I gave this one 4 stars. It was very good. She summons a demon boyfriend, like she jokingly drunk. She's coming back from another bad date, and she's upset to she's still single nangoku. Like, so what must a girl do? What's a girl to do? And then she takes one of the fantasy books that she reads, and she casts the exact same spell that's in the book, and poof, there's a demon. And okay, yeah, yeah, and that's 48 books. That's all of them. Yeah, and that is 48 books. So in 2024 I had 20 5-star reads. Let's give a round of applause, because that is so good. that means ukuthi nami ngiyakwazi ukhetha incwadi ezimnandi. Nami I know my tastes. Ngiyayizwa leyo nto. Very, very proud of you guys. All of you, all the authors that I read, all the authors that I'm yet to read. Very proud of you. Umsebenzi enwenzayo. Excuse me. And then I had 12 4-star reads. And then I had 15 3-star reads, 1 2-star read, and 0 1-star reads. My most read author of 2024 is Katrina Jackson and Danielle Allen. Both have 5 books each that I read by each of them. Alexandria House, I read 3 of her books. Kimberly Brown, I read 4 of her books. Christina C. Jones, I read 7 of her books. So my most read author of 2024 is Christina C. Jones. Christina, how much are you going to pay me? So that, you guys, is my 2024 wrapped. It's been a long video. I'm going to pack up my shit and go to work. Hope you have a good day or evening, depending on when you guys are watching this video. Thank you so much for your continued support. Please like, comment. Let me know. Let's talk books in the comments. Give me recommendations, Futi, please put your recommendations down below. I want books by Black authors. First priority, nje, Black authors, then POC authors, then maybe all the other authors can come afterwards. All right. Also, when you guys are making your recommendations, romance, please. I love romance books. I'm a romance girly. I'm not big on all the other genres. Just romance first and foremost. Then put maybe your thrillers and mysteries and crime drama.